să mor eu de mi se mă duce cheful de filmat, frate. Care-i treaba, frați și surori, aici Lyblis și bine ați venit la o nouă serie. De data aceasta vom juca Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Deci, la câte serii am început eu și n-am terminat încă, trebuie să încep ceva chiar destul de deosebit. Mai ales că băiatul vostru ar trebui să aibă 200 IQ, ceea ce trebuie să am pentru că joc jocul ăsta, care are 200 IQ, posibil și peste, dar totuși e o să fie o serie destul de deosebită, să spunem așa. Dar oricum, că tot e vacanță, s-ar putea să postez un pic mai mult, pentru că, na, totuși mai avem încă 2 luni și câteva zile, deci trebuie să filmăm destul de mult. Dar oricum, seria asta o să fie destul de lungă și la fel și episoadele. Deci, clar, cred că o să stați ceva să vă uitați la un episod de Ace Attorney. Deci, da, hai să începem. Deci, eu am mai jucat câteva episoade din asta, din Ace Attorney. First Turnabout Sisters, Turnabout Samurai și am ajuns la Turnabout Goodbyes, dar nu. Întâi o să jucăm The First Turnabout, pentru că e primul episod, na. Așa că, de ce nu? Aoleu, beata fetiță. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Da, o mare jigodie, după cum vedeți. Ok, August 3, 9:47 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Okidoki, hai să vedem. Plus că e și destul de mult dialog în jocul ăsta, deci clar, de asta pot spune că episoadele vor fi destul de lungi. Deci, puteți să vă luați ceva de mâncare sau ceva? Să vă uitați liniștiți. O să fie o serie destul de lungă. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Look who's here. Damn big titty. Adică Mia, da. Asta vreau să spun, Mia. Sigur.
Să știi că te crede toată lumea, prostule.
Taci din gură, bă. Oh, hi, Chief. Phew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Hai de capul meu, băi, bietul de el. Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Chestia asta, copii, se numește depresie. Yup. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Asta moare de frică. Oh, frate, cât de comic. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me? Stai. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Da, am curcat vocile. Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend. Mă încurc. Asta e o problemă. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Așa. The newspaper said it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts. Yep, așa îl cheamă pe tipul ăsta. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Yep. The asshole, alright. Bun. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Da, se vede. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one. That and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3, 10 a.m. District Court number 2. Okidoki. Hai să începem. Uite și pe handicapatul ăla de Pain acolo. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Stai că trebuie să găsesc o voce potrivită pentru handicapatul ăsta de Pain. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Cred că așa merge. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Mai ia gâtul când încerc să vorbesc, băi, să mură. Please state the name of a defendant in this case. Eu sunt defendantul însuși. Ce naiba? Eu mă apăr pe mine. Ce nah. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Yep, normal. BFF-ul meu încă din școala generală, ce să-ți drag. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. Wait. Oh, no way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Nici numai. Uite ce. Cindy's autopsy record. Zice așa și. Ușor. Da simplu. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Viața mea. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case? Cu siguranță nu e Mia, pentru că nu e lângă noi. Cinder block. Da. O cărămidă. Mă rog. Și Cindy Stone. Cindy Stone este. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Yep. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Obviously. She was struck once by a blunt object. No, not normal. Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Bietul tău, Phoenix. Asta e când ești la început, nu? Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? Vocea asta mi se pare potrivită pentru handicapatul ăsta de Payne. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Will you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Okidoki. No bine. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Bonk. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything. Unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. This could be bad indeed. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim has recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? Oh, no. So, Mara Jetta, boy. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport, according to this, she was in Paris until the day she died, the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. O să ne ajute chestia asta, sigur. Dar foarte sigur. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Nu vreau să vorbesc despre asta. Nu. Cred că v-ați prins la ce se referă prin daddies. Oh, no. Au chestii de genul, încep să mă simt traumatizat, nu știu de ce. Hai să continuăm. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman that this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? De ce ai întrebat asemenea chestie? Hai să vedem ce... Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? Bonk! Așa, dă-n masa aia. Dă-n masa aia mai tare. Te rog. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Uf. Hai să mergem mai departe. Wings nu știu ce înseamnă. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. În loc de bitch. Exact. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Bonk. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Yes. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Stop him from answering. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Le-a plăcut chestia. Lie like a dog. Direct cod umor să mor eu. Well then, we'll just have to remind you. I get a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing that scene of the crime. Order, shut the fuck up, da. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowett to the stand. Okay, țăgan. Țăgan, direct. Mr. Sowett, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sowett, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Okay. Witness testimony. Bun. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Asta e chestia, că dacă ne uităm aici în autopsy report, zice că el spune că a murit sau... Da, că a murit la 1 p.m. Dar de fapt aici zice că e la 4-5 p.m. Deci, clar minte. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against the testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't we supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Yeah. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Așa. Bun. Bun, o să ne trăiască și asta. No, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right. This is it, the real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Ce față a făcut Mia? Deci, dacă înțeleg bine din ce a spus Mia, a zis să mă uit în court record și să văd ce zice ăsta, witness-ul, adică, ăsta cum îi spune, martorul, așa. Și la ce a spus la o frază care a spus-o martorul, să-i pun peste față evidența corectă. Dacă înțeleg bine, dacă am înțeles bine ce a zis Mia. Bine, zic asta la figurat, nu la propriu. Nu știu cine a înțeles, mă referam la propriu, dar ok. Ok. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. Ok, cross-examination, aici începe treaba. Ok, nu aici, nu. Aici. Ha, n-ați în gură. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Bonk! Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes at the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Huh? Oh, that. Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. Nah. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Wait to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. Beget. Nu știu cum se pronunță. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Bun, încă un testimony. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Really? Ce spune blackout record-ul? Huh? Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Ce zice blackout record-ul? Sau report, blackout report-ul? Total altceva. I see. You heard a voice saying the time was a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Yes. Normal că I got this one. Băga mea și piciorul în tine, băi, Sowet. Na, n-ați în gură. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Bonk. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Ah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sowet? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sowet, the court will prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sowet. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Ok. Hai să vedem ce minciuni mai spune acum animalul. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Cred că încep să răgușesc. Oricum vorbesc. We saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Okay. Hearing the time. I actually didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Da. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? Wow, you with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sowet. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have problems with this testimony now? Da, actually, este o problemă. Pentru că el a zis că a văzut un ceas de masă. Chestia e că el a spus că n-a intrat în apartament. A văzut doar corpul. Așa că naiba știa că e un ceas de casă dacă n-a intrat în apartament. E un ceas de masă dacă nu era în apartament. Ea spune asta. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Vezi? Se vede că am jucat înainte. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. No, bineînțeles. You're lying. You were inside the apartment of the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do it better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Yes. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowet, The sound must have left quite an impression to you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Objection! But what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Yeah. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with a clock? I never. Look, the clock. I saw. Ah! Oh God, oroare. Bietul Phoenix. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn, give him death. Order, shut the fuck up. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sowett heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely. The discrepancy between what Mr. Sowett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sowett, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sowett. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sowett. Boom, 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 boom. Mia, I mean Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right. Cum a sunat asta? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock will be 3 hours slow? Cred că da. Eu zic că da. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it. Right. Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Vă zic numai atât. În Paris, timpul e mult mai diferit. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day, there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Salwet. Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Yes, you didn't see it, you did it. Uite cu spuma la gură, bă! Ți-ai și frișca pe la... Ai niște frișcă pe la colțul gurii. Animalule. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, the client. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Letty Butts, not guilty. Yeah! Am reușit! We did it! Oh, de ce când ora? Aoleu. And with that, the court is adjourned. Yes, am terminat primul caz. Oricum, a fost simplu. A fost simplu ca bună ziua. Bineînțeles. It turns out that Frank Sowett was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sowett let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sowett grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Și după bonk, boom, headshot. August 3, 2:32 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. Owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Iar se simte în depresie. Oh, frate. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wind is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was Nah, never mind. She was a bitch. She was a slut. She was all sort of bad things. Sorta. Okay. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. I'll cheamă Larry. Zice Harry. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep this as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you wanna just cry? Ah, god damn it. Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? Just squeeze. Why the Oh, I see now what squeeze. Them titties. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Cum sună asta? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Actually, a luat ceasul cu ea. Deci, take that. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock, so to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Yes. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Yes. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about this sometime. Maybe over drinks? Yeah. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry will be one promise that I will be able to keep. The end. Sfârșitul episodului. Da, acum mergem să bem. Nenea, dați-și mie un cidru, vă rog. Something like that. Nu beau eu vin, mâncați-și. Mie îmi place să beau cidru. Ok, nu la turnabout goodbyes. Mergem la turnabout sisters. Chestia e că nu o să facem acum, o să facem în episodul următor. Așa că... Ce să mai spun așa de sfârșit? Am zis că vacanța asta să mai postez destul de mult. Posibil să mai postez cu Ace Attorney. Bineînțeles. E un joc chiar interesant. Sper doar să vă placă și vouă. Așa că până la următorul episod, sper că v-a plăcut. Eu am fost Lyblis, mulțumesc de atenția acordată și ne vedem atunci. Ce să mai spun? Pace! What the fuck?